Well, I had a vision of after 14 years ago and a trip to Lake Nacimiento, and I'd heard numerous sermons all my life, and at the Sunday closing for the couples retreat, we of course went to church, and the pastor was completely done with his sermon. He almost walked away from the pulpit, but then he stopped and he said, "Well, I forgot to tell you we did something new in our church." And that kind of perked my ears. He said a group of people decided to go with the pastor door to door to just tell people they wanted to pray for them. And at first I thought, that's unique. I'd never heard that. And he told us a lot of responses that occurred, but there was one lady whose response really piqued my interest and inspiration in a prayer tent. After they prayed for her, they said, "We're going to continue to pray for you," just like they told everyone else. And they turned to walk away, and she said, "Wait a minute, aren't you going to give me a tract or a newsletter or invite me to your church or anything like that?" And they said, "No, we're here just to pray for you." And I thought, why can't we do that? And so for 14 years, I had that hope that one day we could do something like that. And after a meeting, a friend of mine and I were walking out of the church after the meeting, and he looked out and pointed and said, "Right there, right where this spot is, right here," and said, "I see light coming down at this spot and an angelical view." And I said, "So what does that mean?" He said, "We need to do a prayer tent right there." And right immediately I realized that my thoughts and inspiration and interest in a prayer tent were answered. And so we looked into it, we asked the pastors about it, and we had numerous people go through the prayer preparation and training. And here we are, second year in a row, doing the prayer tent to show God's love with no strings attached whatsoever, just to reach people and to show that God loves them.